And welcome once again to another fantastic tutorial. In today's episode, we are making Huggy Wuggy from the hit horror game Poppy Playtime. Yes, that is right, the day has finally dawned where I'd have to make the main character for Poppy Playtime. Well, I say the main character for Chapter 1, but it is pretty much baked into the zeitgeist of the indie horror scene. Ever since it's first released, it's been a pretty iconic horror villain. As much as you want to disagree with, the kind of bubblegummed nature of indie horror, this is indeed a memorable indie horror monster. So that is what we are going to be making today, Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime. In terms of build size, this build is pretty decently big, so I recommend having a big open space when you're building this. Underground caverns, unless it's like, I would have to say, anywhere between a stack to a stack and a half long, do not build it underground, honestly. This is a build best suited for open, very kind of open-aired places, and honestly, it's a great thing to show to your friends if you're a fan of the series or you just want to build something creepy and cool. So enough about me blabbering on, let's get on to the block list. So for the Huggy Wuggy build, you'll need the following items: white concrete, red terracotta, sandstone, yellow concrete, yellow wool, light blue concrete, blue banners, blue concrete powder, blue wool, black stained glass, black concrete, and polished black stone slab. So those are the blocks you'll need for today's build. And for all of you survival players, my main tip would be to gather as much blue concrete powder and blue wool as physically possible. This is going to be the main build ingredient for this build. The rest are simply secondary blocks that will go onto things like the hands, the smile, and of course the eyes. So with the block list out of the way, I think it's time to get in to our time lapse. And we are back from that amazing time lapse, folks. But before I show you anything more, I just want to say, if you do like what I do, please like this video and subscribe. Okay, now let's have a look at this. Honestly, I have been looking forward to this build for quite a while. It's such a signature piece of the Poppy Playtime brand, up to the point where you literally have Huggy Wuggy's face in the logo, at least not in a few game trailers and kind of promotional material. But I'm really glad about how this came out. The particular favourite, in my opinion, is the shaping. That was the most difficult, in my opinion, because you had to make the hands kind of dangle down freestyle without making it look too blocky, because I was shaping it out and it kind of looked a bit too much like an Enderman, so I just had to shape out the arms just so they get a bit outstretched at the side, and the use of the blue banners for the kind of overlaying fur texture is a really nice touch in my opinion. Going on from that, we have a beautiful little bow tie. Honestly, this kind of centers the whole build, in my opinion. Alongside from that, we have a wonderful blue and blue concrete powder pairing, which I think is really kind of needed. If I just did it all blue wool, then it would look a bit tacky, in my opinion. So I just needed a secondary texture, just to kind of get that teddy bear toy matted fur look. And in general, I think I did a really good job kind of out texturing the rest of the build, because to be fair, there's not much detail on this character other than the hands, which are of course made from concrete and yellow wool, as well as the head itself, which was not too hard to shape out. It took a wee bit, but nothing too challenging. The only thing on the head that was challenging, however, is this smile. Honestly, this thing can haunt your dreams. Honestly, I'm saying honestly way too much. But all jokes aside, I went through various variations, without being too illiterate, of this kind of mouth design, because I had to get the curve just right, just so it was just below the average middle of the eye itself. And even those kind of went through a few design choices, because for the head itself, I just had to make sure everything was in proportion. But looking at it now, I'm quite proud that we did a pretty good job on the head itself, as well as the entire body of Huggy Wuggy. Now, for those who think that the normal version is just a bit too kid-friendly for your taste, you know, do the woes of bubblegummed horror get you down, then I have just the thing for you, a optional feature where you can transform this lovable toy into a absolute monstrosity. Honestly, this is a small change. This is very much optional, so all you need is some black concrete and polished black stone slabs in front of the eyes, and then you can change the mouth. It's a very small change. The only new blocks you'll need are the terracotta and smooth quartz stairs. Everything else is part of the original block list. But I just wanted to have this version in because, you know, Huggy Wuggy is not all that he seems at first. You know, when you first play the game, he's all smiles and, you know, it's just a bowl of cherries for him. But as soon as you kind of turn on the power, he's gone. And he's turned into this monstrous creature that chases you and, you know, is trying to eat you. And I think this is a really good representation of that. And there we have it, folks. Huggy Wuggy from the Poppy Playtime hit horror game. Honestly, I had so much fun making this build. A lot of the more toyish designs are really more creatively fun to make because it's more of a shaping thing than a detail thing, if that makes sense. And I always say that building's a lot like pottery. You shape it first and then you add the details later, which is always a treat to do, in my opinion. So I want to say thank you for watching this video. If you do like what I do, please like and subscribe. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. I wish you a most pleasant good evening. And of course, as always, God bless. And now, folks, it is time to say good night. We sincerely appreciate your viewing and hope we've succeeded in providing you with an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Stay happy and come back again soon. Good night.